I had so many trolls on there that I disabled the comments today so I can at least get my thoughts out. So it doesn't matter when you see this post I'm not going to be stopping trying to see who's talking to me. I just wanted to get this out and have a moment of inspirational time instead of just always like cracking jokes. I wanted to have this space here on YouTube to show who I actually am as a person. I'm super introvert, super shy, and it may seem like I'm not shy, but I'm so shy. Like I kind of avoid people when I'm in public because it's not that I'm being rude. It's just that I don't know what to say and I'm very awkward. But if once I get comfortable, you see the goofiness in me. So anyway, the title is Why Did I Wait? And so I'm talking about why did I wait to pursue a career? So I met my husband in high school, and he was already in the Air Force. So I was like, I'm not into the young guys. So I met my husband. He was in the Air Force, and I was just like so infatuated with him. Fast forward, we ended up getting married. But before that, I was trying to go to college and be an architect. And but while I was in school to be an architect, I was in a class where you invent things. And so I invented a watch. We had to invent something, and I invented a watch. And as I was up saying my invention, the professor made me sit down in the middle of me explaining what type of watch that I was inventing. And after school, I thought that maybe I got an F, I didn't do the project right. But I had done all this research, put this thing together, and he came to me. He said, "That's a real invention, and I didn't want you to say too much, and I want to help you get this invention out on the market." Well, fast forward, I drop out of college. I get married, and I have my son. I had 4 kids, but I had my son during this time, and that's the one that you all always see on the videos. And gave up on college, became a stay-at-home mom, and I still have this thing sitting in front of me of a watch that I invented. And I had it away in a folder, and I see this commercial online. I can't say what the watch is because I sold all the rights. And so when you sell all the rights, you can't be walking around telling people, "Hey, I invented this watch," because they can sue you. So I invented this watch, and I see this commercial like an idiot, and it says like, if you have an invention, call this number. I call this number, and I go down there with my husband. He's already in the Air Force. He's like already business minded. I'm not. I'm a stay at home mom. I don't do nothing. I'm from Chicago. Education low. Just super like you raised in Chicago, man. The mentality is fighting. The mentality is ignorance. You're a wild animal, and it's a jungle there. And so I had to get out of that mentality when I got with my husband of fighting. And it was a struggle. So, I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant to the world, ignorant to business. And he's telling me, "Listen, don't do this," right? So I said, "No, I want to do it because I want to be rich." And I'm like in my early 20s. And we get there, he's with me, he's upset, and we're sitting at this table, this big long table, all businessmen. And they're telling me how this invention was amazing and where did I get it from, and I let them know that I created it in college. And they say, "Well, hey, we kind of want to work with you on this, but you need to sign this, and if you don't come up with the money to find the patent in like a year, it's ours." My husband's like, "Don't sign that." And I was like, "No, I can come up with the money." Just stupid. I can come up with the money. And he's not gonna force me to stop. During that time we were really broke. I sign it, and in my mind, I'm gonna come up with this money to get the patent, but I'd already signed this invention away. And so about 2 years later, I done forgot about the invention. I don't even care. I'm working on kid number 3, and I see the invention on TV, and like I just fell to my knees. I fell to my knees because I gave this invention away. I gave it away. It's theirs. And so at that point, I was just like really upset with myself on like, how my mentality was during that time. And I wasn't accepting the fact that I was a creative person. So I just went on, just kept raising my kids and moved on. I've always been a writer, an artist, draw, things like that. And I just, would doodle and do all these things as I was raising my children. And then I'm watching how my peers are 15 years ahead of me, right? Because they're all moving, they've all gotten educated, and I haven't done anything. In my mind, I haven't done anything but raise kids and be a stay-at-home mom. And so eventually, I get my cosmetology license. I become a cosmetologist, and my husband buys me a salon, and I open up a salon. The salon is super successful because I'm creative. My hands were creative, and I'm like one of the best hairstylists in there, and I have people working for me and things like that. So my father died, and I get rid of the salon. I'm done. I don't want to do hair anymore. I was licensed in like 3 different states, but that's not really what I wanted to do. I only did hair because it was easy, and I'm creative with my hands. And so, I decided I wanted to be like my husband and go to the military. And so I decided that the Coast Guard would be a good fit for me because I wanted to be like you hear that I keep saying I wanted to be like my grandmother, a good cook, and the Coast Guard had a program to be a chef. And so I go into the program and I become a chef in the Coast Guard, and it's the same extensive training as civilian. And then I get out. I want to be like my husband. I want to go into the Air Force. I go into the Air Force. And eventually I quit that because none of these things are my passion. I wanted to be like everybody else and be this professional, which I wasn't that type of person. I was a creative person. And I thought differently from everybody else. And it was very hard for me to sit down at a desk and focus like other people and just like type. And I wanted to do paperwork. Don't ask me why. In my mind, that was how the world told me a successful person was, to sit down and type and push out paperwork. But that wasn't me. It wasn't my personality. So I eventually quit the Air Force and I go to civilian culinary art. And it was extensive. I began working for Google. I still was not happy because even though I was using my hands, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I was copying everybody else and being like everyone else. But I'm still writing. I'm still creating stories at home. I'm still making people laugh, things like that. Then fast forward, I get back into the Air Force as a reservist and then a guardsman. And I'm still in, and you move up in the ranks. It's still not what I want to do, but I'm still moving in the ranks and I'm still creating this life like everyone else, this professional. Finally, I get to a certain age and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I've always made people laugh. And I remember in 2012 when I did my first skit online, everyone was like, oh my God, you're so funny. Please keep doing it. And throughout the years, I kept making skits, like every now and then, randomly making skits. And finally, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to either draw, write, or be some type of performer. I've always done this. I've always been creative. And I need to do the things that I love. And now I'm older, and all of my peers, they have these degrees and they're doing all these things. And my husband, he has all these degrees. And my children, they have all these degrees. And of course, degrees are great because I'm in school right now to be a screenwriter. But that's what I wanted to do. And so I said, you know what? I got to do what makes me happy because guess what? I'm getting older. And my mother taught me to do the things that make you happy. My mother taught me that. And so I kept saying, I'm too old, I'm too old, I'm too old. But I still can run. I can still box. And I'm talking about physical boxing. Like I can actually box. I can run. I can do push-ups, pull-ups, all of that kind of stuff, right? So why do I keep calling myself old? Why do I keep putting myself in this box? And so I finally decided, listen, I'm going to school to be a screenwriter. I'm going to push this book out and show people who I really and truly am. I'm this introvert that thinks a lot, that sees people walking down the street, and I create a story just from that person walking. And how did I create that? Watch, because I was thinking too much. I'm a thinker. And so see a lot of people saying online, like, where's this coming from? I'm just sitting there thinking. Of course, it's experience, but it's like me thinking of things. I just sit and I think. And I have to be by myself a lot to think of these things. And so I kept putting an age on it. And I decided to stop putting an age on it because I'm still alive and I'm still moving. And I can just move just as fast as my kids. And I always like have a great time with my kids. So why do I keep putting myself in this box just because my peers all have degrees and they're getting ready to retire? I'm a late bloomer. And so why did it take me so long? Because I was creating the story. And I started realizing that God was allowing me to go and have this experience and have this experience because I was creating the story of comedy. All these experiences that I have been through created the stories out of all these skits that you see, all the writings that I'm doing in the books. It's because I have experience. And so I kept putting myself on other people's levels saying they're about to retire and I haven't done nothing with my life. But I was doing something with my life. I was experiencing life. And so I say all of this to you all because yesterday I couldn't say all this because I had trolls like saying stupid stuff and I couldn't get it out because I'm still trying to learn how to control my emotions from being a product of Chicago, being a product of violence. And so I have to learn to still shut my mouth up when I see stupid stuff happening because it's not benefiting me. It's just making me angry. And so, because that's something that I struggle with, and that's why I was so good at boxing because I get angry very quickly. I'm triggered fast from my past, and so all of those things created experience. And even in the military, I'm helping all these people because I've experienced being mistreated. I've experienced not being celebrated. And so my job in the military is to protect people, is to make sure everybody's good. And I'm very good at it because I love people. I can't stand people, but I love people. And now I see that I was doing something with my life. I was raising good human beings. Everybody has a degree. Everybody is actually higher than me. Now, all of my kids excelled me. And I was so proud and I was screaming them on. And it was because I was there for them. You know, every day that they woke up, I was in their face. Did you do your homework? Don't treat that person like that. You know, different things like that. So I was doing something with my life. I was experiencing life. And so I say all this to whoever is watching that's thinking that their little hobbies that they have is just a hobby. No, it can be something great. It can be something amazing. It can actually bring in some revenue. And at the same time, we all come here into this world to share something that we came in this world with, which is a gift. And my gift is to make people smile, to make people feel great. And while I'm doing that, I'm making myself feel good. I'm actually laughing at myself, and it blesses me too. And so I hope that what I'm saying to you or someone that needs encouragement, that don't give up on yourself and don't ever compare yourself to another person. As you can see, all throughout my life, I kept saying, and I wanted to be like this person, and never like me, because I'm unique and I'm special and you are special. And so make sure you take care of yourself and make sure you like celebrate yourself, because that's what we don't do enough is we don't celebrate ourselves. So when you come up with the things that you love and that you want to put out into this world and share with another person, keep it to yourself until it's time. And I say that to say that something great is coming, something good, something funny, and I hope you all enjoy it. And I'm keeping it to myself until the time is right, because there are people out there that hate on your gift, that want to see you fall, that are jealous of you, that you don't know is jealous of you. Keep it to yourself until it's time. Don't be so excited to share that stuff because it's super important to protect the gifts that you have. And so I hope this blessed everybody. I wanted to get on here, and maybe next time I'll have the chats open when my moderator is here, because she was still at work. And so I want to make sure I don't have those trolls there that be like causing me to like read, and I don't want to do all that. I want to get some good stuff out, and I want this to be coffee time between us. Even though I don't have no coffee, I got some water. I hope y'all got y'all coffee, because I want to keep going with this little session that I have of us talking to each other, and me getting to know y'all, not just y'all getting to know me. But this is the comedian Val. This is the serious side of me. I'm very sensitive. I'm very introverted. I'm very shy. So, but hopefully one day we can get something going where I can go do a meet and greet with all of you all. And it's going to take me a second to get out of my little bubble, because I'm extremely shy. But when I come out, y'all going to be screaming, laughing. And it only takes me a second. Like, I probably need some coffee to get myself excited, but it'll happen. And so peace and love, y'all. If you all like this video, please like it. Please subscribe. And then when I post this, guys, I want y'all to go down there and tell me who I blessed. Did this help you out with things that you want to do in life? I hope I did. And so I'll talk to you all later. Thank you for getting on. Bye.